Yeah. Have you ever visited the subreddit Vindicta? I've like never said it out loud
Mm.
before, but it's this corner of the internet where they talk about beauty in a very scientific technical term in terms of like looks maxing and getting to your ultimate perfect, as great as you can look. And they talk about the upper thirds, the lower thirds of your face, the mid thirds, and all of these, how close your eyes are together, if your chin is recessed. And I remember I once went on a rabbit hole down that subreddit and I almost had an existential breakdown. I was like, this is crazy. I'm never going to recover my chin and my philtrum and like eyes and everything like that. And it definitely did a number on my self esteem for a couple of months. But then after that happened, I kind of was like, well, you know what? I kind of know everything that's wrong with me. And now, if anyone ever says any comment about my appearance online, it's nothing that I haven't already discovered about myself on Vindicta. So I don't know if I would recommend it to anyone because it really is like taking three red pills up the butt. But it is like a crazy way to then go, I literally know everything about myself. Have you ever gotten to that point where you like go deep on those rabbit holes?
Yes. I just from my studies like in plastic surgery, I do know everything that's wrong with me. So it can get to you, but it's like now when people leave comments, it's like, no, that one's not valid. Like I know that's not true. Or that one is, So yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Like nobody can really say anything. But I will say though, with those kinds of forums, like they're kind of reducing everyone to just their eyes or just their nose, like nose shape. And like you can't reduce beauty to one feature that isn't correct. Like you can't reduce beauty to just one feature. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of beautiful people who have a flaw that you might think, oh, they're still beautiful. You would never notice that flaw. And I say quote unquote flaw because it's just a flaw that's been decided by a forum.
Yeah.
A lot of those forums aren't correct. Like, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but and sometimes I'd like to jump in. I don't have the time, but because usually if I was to jump in, then it would lead to a lot of questions. But yeah, a lot of those like looksism forum type places are they'll get into your head, and usually what they're saying isn't correct for your face.
Yes, and it'll be staggering too, because like you said, it's beauty and aesthetic is, first of all, so subjective. And, you know, it's this way with art, it's this way with people, it's this way with food. Every single person has their own opinions. There's no right and no wrong answer. And like you said, this idea of a perfect golden ratio or something like that, even that isn't perfect. I've seen these photos of celebrities where they take the left and the right side of their face and they make them perfectly symmetrical and they look fucked up. So like
Yeah.
perfect symmetry isn't always correct. And there will be forums on there where people will say, who's a 10 but they have a recessed chin, or who's a 10 but they have like a bad brow bone or something like that, and these people are still 10s, and they'll pull up a picture of freaking Grace Kelly and say, like her chin's a little wonky, she's actually a 7.